May keep its doors open several more years, but it too seems to be on the death spiral. All signs point that way, particularly the steady rotation of pastors and the decreasing pay of the current pastor. The life stages of pastoral tenure. For more than 2 decades, I have studied, contemplated, and written about the tenure of a pastor. Why is pastoral tenure relatively brief on the average? Does that tenure contain common and distinct stages? Is there a particular point in the tenure when more pastors leave the church? The more I study the phenomenon of pastoral tenure, the more I'm convinced there are distinct stages with clear characteristics. Certainly I understand that there are numbers of exceptions to my delineations. I'm also fully aware that the years I designate for each stage are not precise. Nevertheless, I have some level of confidence in my findings, and each stage has a relationship to the issue of dying churches. Year 1. Honeymoon. Both pastor and church have a blank slate, and they enter the relationship hoping and believing the best about each other. Perhaps the pastor was weary of a previous pastorate, and perhaps the church was happy to replace their former pastor. For a season, neither can do wrong in the other's eyes. That season does not usually last long. Years 2 and 3. Conflicts and challenges. No pastor is perfect. No church is perfect. Each party discovers the imperfections after a few months. Like a newlywed couple, they began to have their differences after a while. The spiritual health of both the pastor and the church will likely determine the severity of the conflicts and challenges. Years 4 and 5. Crossroads, Part 1. This period is one of the most critical in the relationship. If the conflict was severe, the pastor will likely leave or be forced out. Indeed, these years 4 and 5 are the most common years when a pastor leaves a church. On the other hand, if the pastor and the church manage their relationship well, they can often look forward to some of the best years ahead. Years 6 to 10. Fruit and harvest. My research is not complete, but it's more than anecdotal. A church is likely to experience some of its best years, by almost any metrics, during this period of a pastor's tenure. Indeed, in my interviews with both pastors and members, I've heard this theme repeated. Both parties have worked through the tough times. They now trust each other and love each other more deeply. Years 11 and beyond. Crossroads, Part 2.